really suffer in this engagement. Influence Rage holding down Gatka. Doing pretty well. Holding down Gatka. They have got Little Boy down on the floor here and a likely... Doing pretty well. But they have got Little Boy down on the floor here and are likely to get that one flushed away. Nothing really to do there. And income power. They might look to third party this. There's not too much that anyone can do about it. Playing this southeast building is going to play very, very well for them. You've got to imagine that the supplies are running low across the way. You can see the underarms coming on through. Al-Haji cooking it, trying to chef it up perfectly. Pops it in through the doorway. Don't think that's going to connect, but he does get the bounce around the corner. Unfortunately, doesn't quite find the shot.
Now, there's a little bit of time right now between these two rosters to kind of take their time. However, I believe Bora is going to come crashing in for the third party and the cleanup. That's something they need to desperately be aware of. Narvalo is also scanning the areas, but my concern is Horda coming in to this influence Rage. Power engagement. Al-Haji down, unfortunately. Diego firing blind. He doesn't know. Making a play call on Redux to come over, Rage, and also fire down on Power in a desperate fight on Influence Rage, who's currently embroiled in a desperate fight for Power.
Alive and kicking.
Players, they managed to recover, and they stay a four-man unit. They can get easy back up, which I have no doubt. They're going to be able to do so because Law just doesn't have the line of sight needed in order to get the cleanup on the down player. Actually, Law takes a little bit more damage himself. A little bit more damage himself. Alpha 7, I do believe. I'm not mistaken. Closing the vice grip onto Law. 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 Big throws it out. Law can't reposition it out. Law can't
position. Power crossing the open ground now against Order. No knock sent towards Power, and Jiggle gets taken down to half HP. Al-Haji's now up to the wall with Easy following up nicely. They're up into the top floor as well. They're starting to overwhelm Order here, and there really isn't any resistance that's binding them. Any resistance that's binding them. A really disciplined push there, and shots being missed by Order. Really disciplined push there, and shots being missed by Order. Allows them across the open yard, and they will control Gatka. Sweep through it. 5 Elam's found, and they're on.
Make their approach. A 2-2 split.
For more, but the rotation needs to happen fast.
Across the open ground, the vehicle there, across the open ground, the vehicle there.
How impressive that was. They had so many down players, and they take two teams out.
Going to clock silence out in the open there. Rafa forward behind the smoke. Behind the smoke, and Alpha 7 are going to lose one as well. That is Power extracting a little bit of revenge onto Alpha 7. They have managed to get more than 1 point, so maybe they could turn things around here. Mafioso still is Reservoir, and with 2 players from Intense Game down, that is that northern side assuaged, but they still need to get closer to this next zone.
7, can they recover? They've lost their down player, which honestly is pretty good. I think they would have committed to most likely trying to get Mafioso up, which would have overexposed themselves to
allows them across the open yard, and they will control Gatka, sweep through it. 5 Elams found, and they're on for more.
More shots, and we could have witnessed a collapse. I'd rather go at this as a 3-man unit than a 4-man, and they take still 2 teams overexposed out in the open. Now the struggles really start to begin. That Nabel split the difference between the two. Give a little bit of damage to Easy, but not much. Power can still desperately hurt Alpha 7 at this moment.
Found by that nade, Korea finally connects with it. Bravo steps forward for some information, but there's an answer. Easy again with that straight up, but more nades invested, and Alpha 7 do win the fight here. With 3 players alive, they're playing on the northwestern side. They'll have to go further, but there is a compound that sits ahead of them. Those buildings they can survive it. In the meantime, Yangon Galacticos in a really important position, playing with 2 players from Intense Game down. That is that northern side assuaged, but they still need to get closer to this next zone.
By the way, just to put a cap on it, Noxian Red Force is truly the reason why Alpha 7 which honestly is pretty good. I think they would have committed. If it wasn't for them trying to get Mafioso up, which would have overexposed themselves to more shots, and we could have witnessed a collapse. I'd rather them go at this as a 3-man unit than a 4-man, but still overexposed, out in the open, forced to try who unintentionally ended up helping Alpha 7 in their desperation attempt to make it. Is it realistic that they can even leave this spot? Because as soon as they apex the top of this ravine, they're getting mowed down.
It's difficult. Right, you need to be sure that you have a path forwards. Getting access to the buildings that Yangon Galacticos play in would be beautiful. AXTMG going down is actually a massive bonus for them as well, because it means that now they only have to worry about their western flank. They will no longer be overexposed when they go for these peaks, and they have a little bit more leeway. The circle goes away from the chopsticks, so this fight now will have to take place. But the same is true on the other spur of the chopsticks, with Regnum Kaya needing to push in from that northern side, away from the chopsticks, so this fight now will have to take place. But the same is true on the other spur of the chopsticks, with Regnum Kaya needing to push in from that northern side. They have to make a move, and Yangon Galacticos don't want to be anywhere near this.
Yangon Galacticos shooting at Noxium Red Force up ahead. Regnum Kaya are also moving in, potentially to crash into Yangon Galacticos. Falcons is going to take advantage of this, and I think it's about to culminate into a massive square-off between three